everyone, and welcome back to Open. Our last guest, sweet melodic voice and diverse sounds, dazzles her audience members every time with her fusion of pop, folk, jazz, and R&B, a contestant of the Voice Dominicana. She's also worked with artists such as Bonnie Raitt, Smokey Robinson, and Full Force's Paul Anthony. Please welcome singer and musician Yancyabril. Hello, hello, and
Hi.
welcome.
Thank you for having me.
The one thing I didn't mention in your introduction is that you actually are a former intern here at BronxNet.
Yeah.
So you're an intern alum.
Yes, I was an intern here this past summer with DYCD.
And how was it for you?
It was so much fun. I met some amazing people, learned so much, and programs like those for youth are very important to keep us busy and find different passions that we might have. So
right, and it's also a different aspect to the business, right? Because you're used to being in front, so it's really good to also learn the other aspects.
The behind the scenes kind of thing. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome, awesome, and thanks for sharing that. But I really want to talk about you being on the Voice Dominicana.
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm so happy I did. I didn't know the show existed.
Right.
And I was on Instagram just scrolling, and I saw the Voice Dominicana had its show. They were already ending, and I was like, wow, that's really awesome. It'd be so cool if I tried out, just as a joke.
Right.
And then I mentioned it to my aunt. She was like, actually, you really should try out. And then in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, my Spanish is horrible. I'm not from there. My family is.
Right.
My family's Dominican. But she was like, girl, I will help you with your flight. And I was like, if you are, say less, I'm out. I was in DR for less than 48 hours just for this audition and then for the casting call. And then they call me back a few months later and they say, we want you to be, to audition for the blind auditions. And I did it. I was very nervous, but 3 people turned for me. And then I made it to the top 8. So.
Wow, wow. And how are you able to navigate with your Spanish?
I don't know. I really don't know. My mom, like I would call her, I'm like, Ma, I need some help with my Spanish a little bit. I don't know how to say certain things. But, you know, it was fun, and I did my thing. I tried my best.
Congratulations on that. And you guys are going to get a taste of what she comes with a little later, so you definitely want to stay tuned. But congratulations on making it all the way to the top 8.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a huge accomplishment.
That is a huge accomplishment. So what kind of doors has that opened up for you?
Well, I've been working with some producers. There has been some meetings with trying to get some deals, but I kind of just want to go my own direction and make different kind of music and blend different genres together. So let's see where it goes.
So just in what you just conveyed, right? It isn't my field, but I understand what you mean by that, right? Because there's the commercial world.
Yeah.
And then there's the genres with which you have to like kind of make sure it matches or is defined as.
Yeah.
And you have a very unique, I can't wait till you guys hear her. So I understand why you would want to go independent. So just out of curiosity, what kind of obstacles have you come across in trying to do that, let's say within the commercial market?
Just in terms of like songwriting especially, I think I've always seen some things going in the direction that I don't want to talk about in my music. More like, you know, party stuff and like things like that, and that's not really like my brand.
Right.
So I think that's one major obstacle I've come across, specifically in what the topics are in my songs, which is why I kind of want to do my own thing first before like going full head with, you know, signing something.
That's good and that's smart. And so what would you consider your genre or the blended version of your genre?
I kind of want to do a blend of acoustic pop with jazz influences, but also some sort of Latin music kind of thing and Spanglish, mixing it together. So I don't know if that's gonna come out the way that I wanted to, but that's kind of the blend that I want to make.
Well, it's something I would listen to, right? Because just the minute you mentioned jazz, that already says to me, like, oh, her voice is also an instrument as well. So she wants to be able to use it as such, right? And then the Spanglish, bueno, you know, how much time you spend in DR?
Well, this past year I was there for 9 months maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's it. You learned your Spanish.
I've gotten a lot better. I have.
So, of course, it would make sense for you to want to blend in the Spanish,
Yeah.
even though that's how we speak here in New York anyway.
Yeah, and it's also, I've always like tried to push away from that side of me. Like as a kid growing up, I wasn't very proud to say I'm Dominican American.
Right.
Now I am.
Right.
But yeah, that's a side of me that I would always push away. But now I'm like, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Just mix best of both worlds together.
What were you embarrassed about?
I don't know. I guess I was
Is it
embarrassed.
society? Is it because
Maybe.
you were raised in a predominantly Spanish-speaking household?
Yeah, and I don't know. I just wasn't proud of it as a
Interesting.
kid growing up. I don't even know like how to explain it. And then, you know, in high school, I started doing my research on Dominican culture, and I'm like, what is there to be embarrassed about? So,
Do you think that maybe has something to do with the fact that you're not really taught about your culture within school?
I kind of, that too. But also at home, not that I wasn't taught about it, but it just, no one ever really like, hey, this is what we
This
are,
is your
this is what we
history,
do.
right?
Yeah, nobody
right.
really
This
did
is
that.
Wanacaones.
Yeah, it's
Right,
just
right.
like nobody did that. I did that on my own. I had
Right.
to do my own research. So.
Right, and to learn about the independence and all
Yeah.
of that, which is good, you know.
There's still a lot
Props
more
to
to
you.
learn. Thank
yes,
you.
there is, and I get it because we go through the same thing within the Puerto Rican culture as
Yeah,
well,
of course.
right? And again, being here in New York, where it's like a melting pot,
Yeah.
it's almost like our responsibility to just reclaim
Right.
our identity and ancestry as well.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if they could incorporate it into the school system, you know,
Yes.
hint, hint, but in the meantime, it's really refreshing to hear that your own lineage was of interest enough to you to reclaim yourself,
Yeah,
right? Because
definitely.
you walking around life, you know, being embarrassed,
Yeah,
that
that
wasn't going
doesn't
to
work.
get you to the Voice Dominicana.
No, not at all, not at all. And I'm just so happy with my decision to do the show. And I don't know, I've learned so much and I've grown so much as an artist and as a woman. So
I know, and as a businesswoman, I might add too, because me trajiste un regalo, right? She brought me a gift
This
too.
is my
Let's talk about this.
My new merch, actually.
Ah,
Yeah, it's just
Ricky, let's talk about your
a
merch.
little
Mira,
bag
mira,
with my
mira.
face on it.
Let me see. All right, I'll put it here.
And my
it's
name.
like, oh, how
Yancyabril.
nice.
That's me. Yeah, I have shirts, hoodies. Yeah, I'm probably going to put it online for people to buy, but you can get them at my shows. So.
That's very nice,
Yeah.
very entrepreneurial.
Thank you.
We love that.
Thank you so
and then Yancyabril, it's one word.
It is. It is. It's actually, my middle name is April, but
Which that's what Abril means
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Spanish, right?
yeah, and then my mom, she was like, you know, I think it'll sound better if you said Abril. And it kind of like shows more of you.
When we return, Yancyabril is going to perform for us after the break, and you don't want to miss this, so don't go anywhere.